Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the RNF Aprilia teammates. Now, one of the people that shone like a shining star in the Valencia test was Miguel Oliveira. And let's be fair, Miguel Oliveira does have a very good pedigree, let's call it. He did enjoy his time with KTM, but I guess, he never reached his full potential, let's just call it in there. He hops on the Aprilia in Valencia and he immediately splits the two factory Aprilia riders by more or less they were all doing the same lap time. Now, you could argue that, the Aprilia factory boys were testing some slight new parts, nothing major, but this guy just threw his leg over the bike, has no experience on it, and is just riding, to get used to the bike. Yes, he probably did a time attack, but so did the others. So for me, I think the best impression that he could have made, or any rider could have made to a team or to a factory, I think Miguel Oliveira did. Now, most of his race wins have been in the wet, I think, all except Portugal. So, he has shown that he's a rider with exceptional feel in those conditions. And, I definitely think that he will do very well within the Aprilia team. But again, I suppose my only doubt that I do have is that the RNF team are not used to the Aprilia setup and how it works, and I think this could possibly cause some problems for him in the 2023 season. I genuinely do think his bike will be as near to factory as the factory riders. I think, if I'm very, very honest, I think with the statement that he made in Valencia, I think they will give him everything that he needs. And I do expect him to be very, very strong throughout the whole season. I think it will take a couple of races though for him and the team to sync more than him and the bike. I think him and the bike have an understanding after the test in Valencia, but let's wait and see with that. The other side of the garage, Raul Fernandez, I think this is a crucial year for him. He spat the dummy and acted a bit of a child in KTM. Definitely not professional in my view, regardless of the promises and this, that and the other. I think he could have handled himself better, and there's a lot of hype around him, and now he is on a bike that can perform, and it will be very, very interesting. He's up against a very fast teammate, and the guys in the factory are quite fast as well. So, if he doesn't perform this year, I think realistically it's going to be very, very, very damaging to his career. He has nowhere to hide now, so he's going to be quite exposed. He is a talented rider, don't get me wrong. I just don't see why he would have been better than Remy Gardner or others like that, But it will definitely be interesting to see how he handles being up against really competitive riders in the team. Will he be able to hold his own, or will he again start thinking that there's a conspiracy theory against him or whatever? So I think he's definitely like Morbidelli. I think his back is against the wall before the season even starts. He has to have a good season this year. I don't expect him, if I'm very honest, to beat Miguel Oliveira in the championship, but he needs to be very, very close to him, otherwise I think it's going to be curtains. Now, saying that, Aprilia have invested an awful lot of money in him to buy him out of his KTM contract and get him over, but I just think, maybe they might stick with him for 2025 if he doesn't, or 2024 if he doesn't perform, but I don't know. I'm very skeptical about how he will handle life in Aprilia, life dealing with 3 other fast riders that know what they're doing. So I think it will be definitely interesting. I do expect Miguel to finish ahead of him in the championship, but I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Do you think Miguel will finish ahead of Raul, or Raul will finish ahead of Miguel? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.